that last assignment?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Hey, Brian, so how was summer workouts in preparation for fall camp?
Summer workouts were really good. Coach Schmidt and his whole staff did a really good job of not only keeping us safe, but keeping us healthy for fall camp and making sure their bodies were prepared and ready to go. That way there's no soft tissue injuries or anything like that.
For you in particular, what were you emphasizing on this summer after seeing this offense for the first time in spring?
Really conditioning, just with how fast-paced it was. I knew the weight was going to come. I think I gained 10 pounds this summer, dropped a little bit of body fat as well. Went from 200 to 210, so I was really able to focus on that. And this staff did a really good job of implementing a good system for not just the team, but each individual player as well.
Brian, how well did you know Josh? You were recruited by UCF, right? Did you get to know him during that time, or what was your relationship like with him?
It was pretty strong at when he was at UCF, and my top three schools were Ohio State, UCF, and Tennessee. And I chose Tennessee because I loved the tradition here and the fan base and how passionate everybody is about it. And so for me, having that relationship with him when he came here, it honestly didn't matter, because I knew it was a fresh start for him and myself, and as long as every other player here as well.
You saw so many players transfer during the offseason. How much consideration did you give to that, and why did you ultimately decide to stay here?
I didn't really think about transferring. All love to my family for raising me the way they did, but they raised a fighter, and I'm going to keep swinging until I can't swing no more.
What is the essential of this offense that makes it be able to translate, on any level? What is the essential X and O type thing?
Tempo, I would say. I think we're one of the fastest offenses in the country, if not the fastest. It's not complicated at all. It's very fast-paced and up-tempo, and as long as we can execute that, then we can beat any team in the country.
For you, I know that you're probably not where you want to be in this offense yet, but how long did it take you to kind of, okay, now I feel it, now I feel like I'm running this offense kind of in the direction they want me to?
Kind of, I'd say 3/4 of the way through spring, I kind of felt like I was clicking a lot more, clicking a lot faster with everything. And, I felt like I was able to push the tempo a lot more like they wanted to.
Brian, with only, I guess a month or so until the season starts, and obviously positions up for grabs there at quarterback, where's the right way to handle things in terms of maybe wanting to push it, but not wanting to push it too hard and get the spot?
I would compliment all four of us, to be honest. All four of us have, our own unique traits, our own strengths and our own weaknesses. All four of us have obviously started football games before, and I think it's going to make for a great competition, and competition is great for people as well.
Is it hard not to, to fight the urge to not try to maybe win the spot on every single snap? Because things where you got to pocket it sometimes and not throw into traffic, stuff like that.
Yeah, it definitely is. Playing quarterback, we're obviously going to make mistakes. We have the ball in our hands every play, and as long as we can limit those mistakes and make the key plays and do what the coaches want us to do, I think all of us will succeed very well.
How do you feel like your skill set fits this offense versus the offense that you were asked to operate with the previous coaching staff?
It's definitely a lot more my style. RPO, quarterback runs, deep shots. It's football though. Whether I'm in the old offense or this new offense, it's something I got to be able to do and something I got to be able to operate.
How was it, being coached by Joey Halsey and Josh Heupel too? Of course, Josh Heupel, one of the well-respected quarterback coaches, around the country.
Yeah, it's great. One thing that they implemented since the day they got here was we're not building robots. And one thing that's always, they say that probably once or twice a day, and I think it's really helped all of us grow as quarterbacks, as well as being able to really be ourselves out in the field, and not only on the field, but in the meeting room, in the locker room, wherever we want. And it's allowed us to grow as a group and as an individual person as well.
How much different is what y'all are trying to do now offensively compared to what you had been doing the past couple of years? Just how much, is it like night and day? Is it a different language? How much different is it?
It's always going to be a different language with whatever offense you choose to go to. But I would definitely say it's night and day with as far as terminology and stuff like that, and route structure. The biggest difference from it for me was just the tempo and learning how to, not get in a huddle and call the play, or just really just call it whenever they signal in and we're ready to go.
Brian, I don't know if you feel comfortable talking about this, but you opened up on social media about mental health. I'm just curious, has there been anything that you've done to get some help with that? Where do you feel like you're at with that now?
You know, this university has done a great job of supporting me. I'll always have love for this university no matter what happens within the future. You know, they helped me tremendously right away. I mean, as I probably say 30 minutes after I opened up about it, Geronimo called me and he was like, look, like, we want to get you the help you need, this and everything else. And they've been with me every step of the way. As far as on the field playing, I like to call football my safe haven. And so when I'm on the field, it kind of just helps everything go.
You wouldn't see, I mean, not everybody would open up about that, so you want to keep that private. Why did you decide you wanted to go public with that?
My best friend, Dwayne Galloway, committed suicide. And when I saw that, what his family had to go through and all of his friends, and it kind of, after that incident that I had, it kind of made me sit back and realize, like, okay, like, I need to not only help myself but help others. And what my goal with that post was to not bring light to myself, but to bring light to the entire mental health situation. And I feel like a situation that's not talked about enough.
Has anybody reached out to you and said, kind of talked about their struggles as well since?
Yeah, and one thing I'd like to say about that is, you know, I'd like to apologize for not getting it back to everybody, because I can't get everybody. I mean, I had an overwhelming amount of support, and, you know, I try to get back to as many people as I can, and I still do to this day.
Brian, being from Ocala, I don't know if you've been asked this already, I just walked over, but being from Ocala, do you have any kind of prior relationship with Coach Hotchkiss?
Yeah, I did. You know, with him at UCF, he recruited me, obviously. And, you know, I said it, you know, when he got here, obviously having a relationship with him in the past was great. But now that he's here, I feel like the white clean, obviously I know him, I know what he does and stuff like that. But it gave me a new start and also gave him a new start as well.
Do you think that gives you any kind of advantage, just knowing him and his life?
No, I mean, I'd like to say that, you know, everybody here has a new plate. And whether we had a relationship or not, I still have to prove what I can do on the field and off the field as well.
Brian, coaches always say everybody starting off even in the competition, but this really kind of speaks to that. You've got all four quarterbacks out here. I've never seen that before in a media day to have four quarterbacks. Yeah. So is that a good thing? I mean, do you feel like everybody's got a shot?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said earlier, everybody has their own unique skill set, and everybody can do different things, and they can bring different things to this offense. So I feel it's as even as ever, and anybody is ever for anybody to grab.